It is a curious thing, is it not? This incessant need to be somewhere else. You look at the world around you, the clamor of the marketplace, the endless chatter of politics, the demands of your family, the rattling of the carts on the cobblestones, or perhaps in your time, the buzzing of your machines and the flashing of your screens, and you say to yourself, if only I could get away. If only I could go to the country, to the sea, to the mountains. If only I could find a little cottage where the silence is so thick you can taste it. And so, you plan, you strive, you dream of this vacation, this retirement, this great escape. You think that peace is a geographical location, a destination on a map, something you can travel to if you just have enough coin and enough time. But you see, this is the great deception. This is the fundamental error of the human mind. The idea that the external arrangement of things, the scenery, the backdrop of the play, can somehow silence the noise of the player. I remember thinking this myself. Sitting in a cold tent on the banks of the Danube, surrounded by the smell of wet wool and the impending violence of the Germanic tribes, I would catch myself fantasizing about a villa in the hills of Tuscany. Just a little quiet. Just a moment where the weight of the empire wasn't crushing the breath out of me. But then it occurred to me, a realization that hit like a splash of ice water, that men seek retreats for themselves in the country, by the sea, and in the mountains, and you too are wont to desire such things very much. But this is altogether the mark of the most common sort of man. For it is in your power whenever you shall choose to retire into yourself. For nowhere, absolutely nowhere, either with more quiet or more freedom from trouble, does a man retire than into his own soul. Particularly when he has within him such thoughts that by looking into them, he is immediately in perfect tranquility. Now, let's pause there. Let's really look at this. What do I mean by soul? I don't mean some ghostly little vapor trapped inside your ribcage. I don't mean a personality or an ego that survives death to go float on a cloud. When I say retire into your own soul, I am talking about the center, the eye of the hurricane, the place where you are, truly are, before you start telling yourself the story of who you are. You see, the reason the cottage in the woods doesn't work is because you bring yourself with you. You pack your bags, you travel 1,000 miles, you sit by the pristine lake, and within 10 minutes, what happens? The chatter starts. Is this relaxing enough? Did I lock the front door back home? What will happen with that business deal next Tuesday? I wonder if anyone has noticed I'm gone. The mosquito buzzes, and suddenly you are at war with nature. The silence of the woods only serves to amplify the noise of the mind. You haven't escaped anything, you've just changed the wallpaper of your prison. To find the quieter retreat, we have to understand the nature of the noise itself. We have to look at what this agitation actually is. And when you look closely, when you really watch your own mind, not judging it, just watching it the way you watch a cat play with a string, you see that the noise is nothing more than your resistance to what is happening. It is the friction between the world as it is and the world as you think it ought to be. The universe is change. It is a flux, a wiggly, waving, dancing process. Clouds form and dissolve, empires rise and fall, bodies grow strong and then wither. This is the nature of the Tao, the Logos, the way of things. But we, with our funny little egos, we stand in the middle of this flowing river and we try to hold on to the water. We try to grab a handful of water and say, "Stop flowing, stay here, be solid." And of course, the water slips through our fingers and we get anxious, we get frustrated, we feel that we are losing control. And so we seek a retreat. We want to find a place where the water doesn't flow, a place where things stay put. But there is no such place in the external world. The mountains are crumbling slowly but surely. The sea is eating the shore. The sun is burning itself out. To look for peace in the external world is like trying to smooth out rough water with a flat iron. The harder you press, the more you disturb it. So, the retreat must be inward. But, and here is the paradox, here is where it gets delicious. This inward retreat is not a shutting out of the world. It is not closing your eyes and plugging your ears and pretending the war isn't happening. That is just another form of resistance. That is just another form of tension. I must be calm. I must be stoic. No, that's just the ego wearing a toga. To retire into the soul is to step back into the position of the witness. It is to realize that there is a part of you that is watching the noise, but is not of the noise. Think of it like this. You are sitting in a room and there is a radio playing very loudly. It is playing a frantic, discordant tune. The news of the day, the worries of tomorrow, the regrets of yesterday. Most people think they are the radio. They think they are the music. They vibrate with every sad note and jitter with every fast beat. They are completely lost in the drama of the sound. But to retire into the soul is simply to realize that you are the space in which the music is happening. You are the silence that allows the sound to exist. Without the background of silence, you couldn't hear the noise. And that background, that deep, bottomless silence, that is you. That is the soul. That is the inner citadel. And the beauty of it is, you don't have to go anywhere to find it. It is right here. It is closer to you than your own breath. It is the very ground of your being. You can find it in the middle of a battlefield. You can find it in the middle of a traffic jam. You can find it while you are arguing with your neighbor. All it takes is a subtle shift in perspective. A little hop, skip, and a jump from the role you were playing to the actor who was playing it. Why is this so difficult? Why do we find it so hard to just stop, to just be? But look at the flowers. Look at the birds. Look at the stars wheeling overhead. Do they worry? Does the rose say, "Oh dear, I hope I bloom correctly this morning. I hope the bees like me. I hope I don't wither too soon"? No. The rose just blooms. It unfolds. It trusts the intelligence of the universe, the same intelligence that beats your heart and grows your hair without you having to think about it. When you retire into your own soul, you are tapping into that same intelligence. You are realizing that you are not a stranger in this world. You are not a lonely little ego fighting against a hostile universe. You are the universe, experiencing itself as a human being for a little while. And when you know that, really know it, deep in your marrow, what is there to be afraid of? What is there to run away from? The world can be noisy. The world can be violent. The world can be unjust. I saw things in my time that would turn your stomach. I saw plagues. I saw betrayals. I saw the absolute worst of human nature. And yet, I found that if I could just drop down beneath the turbulence of the surface waves, down into the deep, dark blue of the ocean of the mind, there was a stillness that nothing could touch. It is tranquility. And tranquility is nothing else than the good ordering of the mind. But how do we do it? How do we actually make this shift? It's not a matter of force. You can't force your mind to be quiet, just like you can't smooth the water with that iron. It is a matter of understanding. It is a matter of seeing through the illusion. Let's play with this idea of control for a moment. We think we need a retreat because we feel out of control. The world is spinning too fast. But ask yourself, when did you ever have control? Did you control your birth? Did you control your parents? Do you control your digestion? Do you control the thoughts that pop into your head? Do you control the thoughts that pop into your head? Now there's a funny one. Try it. Try to stop thinking for the next 10 seconds. Go on, I'll wait. Did you manage it? Or did a thought sneak in there? Something like, am I doing it right? Or, this is silly. Or, I wonder what he's going to say next. You see, thoughts happen to you, just like hiccups happen to you. You don't think them, they think themselves. They bubble up from the void, dance around for a moment, and then pop. And yet, we spend our whole lives taking these bubbles so seriously. We chase the pretty ones and we fight the scary ones, and we get completely exhausted in the process. So when I say control your mind, I don't mean act like a dictator. I don't mean suppress your thoughts or beat your emotions into submission. That is the way of the tyrant, and tyrants are never truly at peace. They are always sleeping with one eye open, waiting for the rebellion. No, the good ordering of the mind is more like being a good gardener. A gardener doesn't yell at the weeds. A gardener doesn't get angry when it rains. A gardener works with nature. He understands the soil, he understands the seasons, and he cultivates what is wholesome, while gently, very gently, pruning away what is not. When you retire into your soul, you are stepping into the garden. You are noticing, here is a thought of anger. Look at it. It's prickly, it's red, it's hot. You don't say, I shouldn't be angry. Bad, Marcus. You simply acknowledge it. There is anger. And because you are watching it, because you are the space in which the anger is happening, you are not consumed by it. You are bigger than it. And eventually, like a cloud passing across the sun, it drifts away. This is the secret to the quieter retreat. It is the realization that you are not the weather. You are the sky. The weather changes. Sometimes it is stormy, sometimes it is bright, sometimes it is foggy. But the sky? The sky is never hurt by the storm. The sky is never wet by the rain. The sky is always there, vast, open, and accepting of whatever passes through it. Now, you might say, that sounds lovely, Marcus, very poetic. But I have real problems. I have bills to pay. I have a boss who yells at me. I have a body that aches. I can't just float around being the sky. And to that I say, precisely. This is where the rubber meets the road. This isn't about spacing out. This isn't about becoming a vegetable. This is about engaging with life more fully, but from a place of stability rather than desperation. Think of a wheel. A wheel has a rim, and it has a hub. The rim is spinning very fast. It's hitting the mud, the rocks, the bumps in the road. That's your daily life. That's the bills, the boss, the traffic. If you live your life on the rim, you are going to get dizzy. You are going to get battered. You are going to feel every bump as a personal catastrophe. But the hub is the center. The hub turns, yes, but it turns much slower. It stays centered. It holds the whole thing together. To retire into your soul is to move your consciousness from the rim to the hub. You are still moving, you are still participating in the journey, but you are doing it from the center. You are grounded. When you act from the center, your actions are different. They aren't frantic reactions. They aren't born of fear. They are born of clarity. You see what needs to be done, and you do it. You wash the dish, you write the email, you speak the truth, but you do it with a kind of playful detachment. You do it as if you were an actor playing a role on a stage. You play the role beautifully with full passion and commitment, but you never forget that when the curtain falls, you are not the character. This is what allows you to look at the things that terrify most men: loss, change, death, and smile at them. Let's talk about death for a moment. It's the great shadow, isn't it? The thing we are all running from. We build our little retreats, our fortunes, our reputations, hoping they will serve as barricades against the inevitable. But nature, nature is a ruthless recycler. I often reminded myself, Alexander the Great and his mule driver both died, and the same thing happened to both. They were absorbed back into the life force of the world or dissolved into atoms. The universe doesn't care about your titles. It doesn't care about your bank account. It doesn't care how many followers you have. Terrifying? Perhaps, if you think you are the mask, if you think you are the little story you've written about yourself. But if you have retired into your soul, if you have found that quiet center, you realize that death is just another movement in the symphony. It is the silence between the notes that gives the music its rhythm. When you stop clinging to your own separate existence, you begin to feel a connection to the whole. You realize that you are like a wave on the ocean. For a moment, you rise up, you have a shape, you have a name, you catch the light. You say, I am this wave, look at me. But sooner or later, the wave crashes onto the shore and withdraws back into the deep. Is the wave dead? Has the water disappeared? No, it has just returned to itself. It has gone home. To understand this is to be free, truly free. It is to walk through the world without armor, because you know there is nothing that can truly hurt you. You can lose your wealth, your reputation, your health, But you cannot lose your nature. You cannot lose the soul, because it isn't a thing to be lost. It is the space in which loss happens. So, how do we practice this? How do we build this inner citadel? It starts with the present moment, the here and now. The past is a ghost. It's a memory trace in your brain. The future is a fantasy. It's a projection. The only thing that is real, the only place where life actually exists, is right now. This breath, this sensation, this sound. When you find yourself getting anxious, getting pulled out onto the rim of the wheel, stop. Take a breath. Look around you. Name 5 things you can see. Listen to 3 things you can hear. Feel the weight of your body in the chair. Come back to the senses. Come back to the immediate reality. In this moment, this tiny fleeting sliver of time, is there a problem? Not a thought about a problem, but an actual physical problem right now. Usually, the answer is no. You are sitting, you are breathing, you are safe. The problem is in the mind, projecting into a tomorrow that hasn't happened yet. Confine yourself to the present. That is one of my favorite maxims. Don't carry the weight of the whole future on your shoulders. It's too heavy. It will break your back. Just carry this moment. Just wash this dish. Just walk this step. Anyone can do that. And then the next one, and the next one. Life is lived one moment at a time. And when you live in the moment, you are in the retreat. You are in the soul. Because the soul is the eternal present. It is the point of awareness that is always here, always now, watching the parade of time go by. But let's go deeper. It's not just about mindfulness. It's about attitude. It's about how you greet the guests that arrive at your door. Imagine your life is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival. A joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture, still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. This is the difficult part. It's easy to retreat into the soul when things are going well, when the sun is shining and the wine is sweet. But can you retreat into the soul when you are insulted, when you are rejected, when you are in pain? When you are in pain, that is the crucible. That is the test. Someone insults you. They say you are foolish or arrogant or incompetent. The immediate reaction, the reaction of the rim, is to flare up, to defend, to attack back, to hold on to that hot coal of resentment, waiting to throw it at them only to burn your own hand. But what if you paused? What if, in that split second before the reaction takes over, you stepped back into the citadel? You looked at the insult. You examined it like a curious beetle. He says, I am foolish. Is it true? If it is true, then I should thank him for the correction. If it is not true, then he is mistaken, just as a man who thinks purple is green is mistaken. Why should I be angry at a man for being colorblind? You see, the insult only hurts if you accept it, if you open the door and invite it in and offer it a seat at your table. But you don't have to. You can leave it on the doorstep. You can look at it and say, that is his opinion. It belongs to him. It has nothing to do with me. This is not arrogance. Arrogance is a wall you build to protect a fragile ego. This is dignity. This is the quiet confidence of a man who knows his own mind. It is the understanding that your value does not come from the opinions of others. It does not come from the applause of the crowd. It comes from within. It comes from your alignment with nature, with reason, with the Tao. And when you live this way, you become untouchable. Not because you are cold or unfeeling, but because you are vast. You are like the ocean. You can throw a stone into the ocean, and it might make a splash for a moment, but the ocean swallows it up. It returns to stillness. The ocean is too big to be bothered by a stone. Be like the promontory against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the water around it. It's a beautiful image, isn't it? But notice, the promontory doesn't fight the waves. It doesn't scream at the ocean. It just stands. It abides. It allows the waves to crash, to foam, to rage, and eventually to exhaust themselves. And when the storm is over, the promontory is still there, cleaned, washed, stronger than before. This is the power of the retreat. It gives you the strength to stand firm in a chaotic world, to be a beacon of sanity in a world gone mad, to be kind when others are cruel, to be patient when others are hurried, to be content when others are greedy. And do not mistake this contentment for passivity. Oh no, that is a common misunderstanding. People think that if you accept everything, if you retreat into your soul, you will lose your ambition. You will just sit under a tree and rot. But look at me. I was the emperor of Rome. I had wars to fight, laws to pass, plagues to manage. I didn't sit under a tree. I worked, I strove, I did my duty. But I did it without the anxiety. I did it without the attachment to the outcome. I realized that I could do my best. I could pour my heart and soul into a task, but the result was out of my hands. The result belonged to the fates. And once I accepted that, I was free to work with joy, to work for the sake of the work itself, not for the prize at the end. This is the concept of Wu Wei, of effortless action. It is acting without forcing. It is sailing with the wind rather than rowing against it. When you work from the soul, your work has a different quality. It flows. It has a rhythm. It is not a grind. It is a dance. And think of the energy you save. When you aren't wasting your energy on worry, on anger, on trying to control the uncontrollable, you have so much more energy available to the task at hand. You become more effective, not less. You become sharper, clearer, more focused. So this retreat we speak of, it is not an escape from life. It is the very art of living. It is the secret to living well. It is waking up in the morning and saying to yourself, "Today I shall meet with the busybody, the ungrateful, the arrogant, the deceitful, the envious, the unsocial." All these things happen to them by reason of their ignorance of what is good and evil. You see, you prepare yourself. You put on your armor of understanding. You don't expect the world to be perfect. You expect it to be human. And because you expect it, you are not surprised by it. You are not thrown off balance. You can meet it with compassion. Ah, there is the busybody being busy. There is the arrogant man being arrogant. It is their nature. It is the script they are reading. And you can smile, a secret, inward smile, because you know that you don't have to play their game. You can stay in your center. You can stay in your retreat. And as the day goes on, you can return to this retreat again and again. It doesn't take hours of meditation. It takes a second, a moment of remembering. You're in a meeting and people are arguing. Pause. Feel your feet on the floor. Watch the breath. I am here. I am the witness. And suddenly, the tension drops. You are back in the citadel. You are stuck in traffic. The anger rises. Pause. Look at the sky. Look at the trees. This is just a moment. It is passing, and the anger dissolves. You are back in the citadel. You are lying in bed worrying about tomorrow. Pause. Feel the warmth of the blankets. Listen to the silence of the night. There is only now, and the worry fades. You are back in the citadel. It is a practice, you see. It is a muscle that you build. At first, you will forget. You will get swept away by the rim of the wheel 100 times a day. You will lose your temper. You will get lost in fear. And that is fine. That is part of the dance. Do not judge yourself for it. Just notice it. Ah, I fell asleep. I got lost in the drama. And then, gently, kindly, bring yourself back. Every time you bring yourself back, the path to the citadel gets a little clearer. The walls get a little stronger. The silence gets a little deeper, until eventually you find that you are living in the retreat more often than not. You are walking through the market, but you are still in the sanctuary. You are fighting the war, but you are still at peace. And then a marvelous thing happens. You begin to see that the retreat was never really separate from the world. You begin to see that the silence is not the opposite of the noise, it is the container of the noise. You begin to see that the spiritual and the material, the inner and the outer, the self and the other, they are all one thing, one marvelous, flowing, interconnected web of existence. You realize that the universe is not happening to you, it is happening as you. You are the cloud, you are the rain, you are the mountain, you are the busybody, you are the emperor, you are the beggar. It is all you. It is all the one playing the 10,000 things. And when you see this, really see it, the need for a retreat falls away because there is nowhere to retreat from and nowhere to retreat to. It is all here. It is all home. But to get there, to reach that final realization, you must start with the practice. You must start by finding that quiet corner in your own soul. You must start by learning to stop, to look, to listen. So, my friend, stop looking for peace in the next vacation. Stop looking for happiness in the next purchase. Stop waiting for the world to get quiet. The world will never be quiet. The world is a noisy, messy, beautiful riot of life. Let the world be the world. You be the space. You be the silence. You be the witness. Dig within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up if you will ever dig. It is there. I promise you, it is there. Beneath the layers of fear, beneath the chatter of the ego, beneath the scars of the past, there is a diamond, unbreakable, radiant, pure. It is your own soul, and it is the only place you will ever find the rest you are looking for. Go there, sit there, breathe there. And when you are ready, open your eyes. The world will still be there, the noise will still be there, but you will be different. You will be free.